Hey, car dealers are lying to you. And in today's video, whether you're a buyer or seller, I'm gonna explain what is going on in the car market, the automotive industry. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels, and I love giving you the insights, the behind the scenes on what's going on in the car dealership world. Whether you're a car dealer or a car buyer, this video is going to be jam-packed with information as to what is going on in the car market. How are car dealers lying to you? How does it affect you? And what you should know when you're looking to purchase or sell your next car, because everything has changed. It is no longer 2020, 2021, or even 22 for that matter. The way you buy and sell your cars are very different. But to tell you the truth, I'm gonna let you know what's going on. Today's video, informative. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Let's get going. Hey, my name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Welcome to Flying Wheels and my Flying Wheels YouTube channel. I own a small car dealership in New Hampshire, and I am on the ground floor. I say this all the time. I am like among the first people to see how the economy is going. Are people buying? Are people selling? Are people spending? Are they pulling back and not spending? Are prices high? Are prices low? I see it all because I am the purchaser. I am the one that sees what cars are selling for, and then I buy them, and then I see what they sell for to you. So I purchase them wholesale, and then I sell them to you. And the amount of money I make is the same either way. So if prices are real low on cars, I can sell them real low. If prices are really high on cars when I purchase them, then I have to sell them higher, but that margin is the same either way. And I get to see where we're at. Are prices really low or are prices really high? And how does that affect you as a buyer? And then we have a lot of car dealers that watch this channel as well, so we should all be ahead of the game, whether you're buying or selling. Now, we all know what happened in 2020 and 2021, so I'm not gonna get really into it. I've made videos about that in the past, but because there was a labor shortage, because there was a chip shortage, because there was an inventory shortage, prices skyrocketed, right? Then we had COVID money, and we had crypto money, and money was just getting pumped into the market. So there was so much money, so little supply, and such high demand, prices just boomed. And we had this thing that we've never had before called market adjustments. Market adjustments are no more. Okay, so if you're a buyer, stop paying market adjustments. It's not a real thing anymore. And if it is a real thing at that dealership, go somewhere else, because there are dealers that are selling cars at MSRP and even below MSRP once again, which is amazing for you as a buyer. Now, I own a car dealership, like I had said. These two expeditions I've had for 10 months. And in the biz, in the car business, this is what we call bad business. These things are on fire, all right? And the longer I keep them, the more burn, all right? The more the price goes down, the more I own them for, the more real estate it takes up. Let's say I bought this a year ago for $15,000. Well, a year later, it's 1 year older, and the prices have changed. So this $15,000 car that I bought 9 months ago is probably worth $15,000 for me to sell it, which is a break even, right? Wrong, because I've carried it for 9 to 10 months. Now, most car dealers have what they call floor plans. It's like a line of credit. So I luckily own this vehicle, but had I put it on my floor plan, my line of credit, I'd be paying interest on it. So if 9 months ago I paid $15,000 for this car and put it on my floor plan, I'd be paying interest on this car for 9 months, which means I'd own this for probably $16,000 to $17,000 because they're short-term loans and they're high interest rates. So I would actually be owning this car for more than $15,000. It's now a year later. It's now worth less than I own it for, so I would be selling it at a loss. That's not the only part. Now, because I've owned this car for so long, I could have rolled that money over several times. Like, we like to see cars go under 60 days. Under 30 days is preferable. These are just tying up money. Now, had I just sold this thing for a loss 8 months ago, 7 months ago, I could have taken that money and bought and sold 3, 4 more cars that could have made me money, right? So because I didn't have the money that this is tying up to buy more cars, this car is not only costing me money in depreciation and interest, it's costing me money in lack of cars that I can also purchase and resell. So it's costing me money over and over. I'm not alone here. A lot of my inventory is updated pricing, and even these ones I've dropped the prices to just get the heck out of them. I need to liquidate them. I can't have them tying up these spaces anymore. Now, if you see a dealer that has had an inventory for a long time, 90 days, 120 days, or even longer, those dealers need to move that inventory. So when you're negotiating as a buyer, you should be able to see how long they've had this car in inventory and use that as leverage for your benefit. Hey, Craig, I noticed that Expedition has been here for 220 days. You must want to get rid of that. I know you're asking X. I can offer you Y, and I'll make it an easy sale. If you came to me that way, you rationalized it, I would gladly let it go. And so would lots of other dealers in the country right now. Now, on the other hand, that Silverado, that 15 F-150, I bought those at today's market prices. There's no need for me to really negotiate heavily on them because they're already dropped down. Remember I said if I buy it low, I can sell it low. If I pay high, I have to sell it high. The Expeditions I paid high, I have to sell kind of high, or I sell at a loss. The F-150, the Silverado, I bought low, I can sell it low, which is great for both of us. Now, I mentioned that car dealers are lying to you, right? Well, they are, and I'm gonna tell you multiple ways they're lying to you. Now, before I get too deep into it, I wanna give a special thanks to today's sponsor. Special thanks to today's sponsor, DraftKings, who helped partner in today's video. Now, if you're a sports fan, especially a UFC fan, you should listen up. This weekend, don't miss your chance to bet on your favorite fighters battling it out in Canada. Make your picks over at my partner's DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, they're offering new customers that sign up using promo code FLYINGWHEELS and bet just $5, $200 in bonus bets instantly. Bet 5, get 200 in bonus bets instantly. And you can get it on any of this weekend's fights. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same fight parlays for even a shot at bigger payouts. You can also combine multiple bets together from the same fight, including number of rounds and method of victory. The more bets you combine, the more you can win. If sports betting isn't yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a chance to win cash prizes. You can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now for iOS and Android with links right in the description. New customers, again, if you use my promo code FLYINGWHEELS and bet just $5 on any wager, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code FLYINGWHEELS, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. So thank you very much, DraftKings. Enjoy the fights this weekend, everybody. Let's get on with the video. Number one is market adjustments. Now, market adjustments mean when the demand was high and the supply was low, the dealers had all the leverage. So you go to a Ford dealership and you want to buy a new F-150, the MSRP in the F-150 is $50,000. So the dealer says, well, we only have 3 available. We're not going to get more in. We have a long line of people that want to get this. We're going to charge $60,000 for this truck. So you pay a $10,000 market adjustment. So you're overpaying for that F-150, which I have constantly said this is bad news because when prices come down, which they have, you're going to not only own a car for MSRP, you're gonna own a car for $10,000 over MSRP, which is just way too much. You're gonna over-own your vehicle, which has happened to so many people, which is why there were so many repossessions. I made a video about that I'm not gonna get into. Well, in the days of waiting for a Jeep Wrangler, like that is not a thing anymore. Gladiators are, there's an influx of Jeep Wrangler Gladiators. They can't give them away. Same with Rams. There are incentives upon incentives to give away Rams below MSRP. So those prices below MSRP are back again when you can negotiate a little bit or find better incentives or better interest rates because the dealers need to move these cars. That is a thing again, and know that you're able to renegotiate on brand new cars. And with today's technology on the computer, do a little bit of research, see how many Rams are available in the country, and you can use that right there as leverage. Now, how else are car dealers lying to you? Advertising, all right? The advertising is just, it's a sham. It is a complete scam to you as a consumer, and it is so frustrating to be a car dealer in a world where best price is listed as number 1. What do I mean? Car Gurus. I just got rid of Car Gurus. I've like had it up to here with Car Gurus. They just doubled my price, and it's a scam. Like the way they rank cars for you to see is a complete scam. What do I mean? Well, they rank the car by best price. So the best price, lowest price, Nissan Pathfinder would be number 1 ranked on your search when you go to Car Gurus, right? So if you go to Car Gurus and you look up 2018 Nissan Pathfinder, the lowest price shows up first, which sounds great, right? Not necessarily. Lowest price doesn't mean best vehicle, best value. So they find 2018 Pathfinder, best mileage, rate it by price. Okay, here's your number one car. What if that car needs tires? What if that car was not inspected, doesn't come with a warranty? What if it had zero repairs? It was just a complete rust box. None of those things are taken into consideration when they're ranking it. They just go off year, make, model, mileage, and price, and that is it. So as a car dealership in New Hampshire that sells inspected vehicles, serviced and inspected vehicles, I'm behind the 8 ball from the guys that just buy a car, clean it, and throw it up on the internet for sale, because I might have spent $2,000 in services on this car. Had I not done any of those $2,000 in services, I could have sold this car for $2,000 less and been ranked #1 on Car Gurus. But when you come here, you're gonna see that it may need tires and ball joints and tie rods and blah, blah, blah. Let me give you an example. This right here is a New Hampshire state inspection checklist. We have an insanely rigorous New Hampshire state inspection, and a majority of the cars we sell come with a state inspection. In order to do so, they have to pass this entire checklist. 2015 Ford F-150. I just did a video about that Silverado, and this was part of that video. Here's everything we had to do to this F-150. Windshield was cracked, so we replaced the windshield. Right lower ball joint had minor play, so we replaced that. Wipers only had 1 speed, so we replaced the wiper stock. Oil pan gasket leaking, we replaced the oil pan gasket, oil change filter. Transmission cooler line was seeping, so we had to replace that. Readiness monitors were okay. The brakes squealed in reverse, so we had to fix that as well. And the list just keeps going on and on. $2,400 in repairs to this F-150. Now that's great for a buyer, because when you come buy this truck, you know that it was rigorously inspected. And we don't even do them in-house. I send them to a repair shop up the road for them to do a New Hampshire state inspection. That way, when you as a buyer show up, it's not like it's kind of biased. If I'm like, oh yeah, we went through it. No. Place up the road, I brought it to them, their state inspection station. They went through it. They gave us a list of items that needed to be repaired. We did all of these items. They will put a new New Hampshire inspection sticker on it for you. You're all set. It's like a level of comfort that people get. $2,400 later though, that's what it cost. Now that price that costs me to make sure this is safe and reliable for somebody has to get added to the price of the car. $18,995 I'm asking for this truck, right? Now, I just spent $2,400 on it. Had I not, I could lower the price by $2,400, right? So it would have been ranked #1 on Car Gurus if I didn't do any repairs at all and just threw it up on what's 17, so like 16,600. If I just threw this up on Car Gurus for 16,600 instead of 19, my $16,600 F-150 would be ranked higher than this same 2015 F-150 with 150,000 miles, right? So you would see that one first, and obviously as a consumer, as a buyer, you would go look at the one that's $2,400 less. Unfortunately, if you buy it, you're gonna find out you have to then pay $2,400 in repairs and services. So it makes it tough because you as a consumer want to buy the dealer who has the cheaper car, right? Not always the best thing. But as far as the dealer's concerned, hey, I can spend all this money and then be ranked lower and then nobody's gonna see it, or I can not spend this money and then people are more likely to come look at it. And then we can negotiate prices from there. Oh, if it needs tires, you know what, I'll do tires, just give me the price of tires. You know, I can start renegotiating the price of the car based on your needs. So had I ranked the car higher on Car Gurus because I didn't do any repairs, you'd come out and look at it and I can work those things into a higher price, which is what's gonna happen. So either way, you pay in the front or you pay in the back, but unfortunately there are dealers lying to you to get you in the door to then get you to spend the $19,000, but the $16,400 got you in the door. And how else are car dealers lying to you? Well, it's all based around price and rankings, the ranking system. And it's even more prominent now. And it's not just on Car Gurus. This has actually happened like in the past before I owned a car dealership, and it's been a thing for a really long time. What gets you in the door? The price gets you in the door, right? Well, how do I get you in the door by the price? Having the best price, having the lowest advertised price gets you in the door. This is what you need to worry about. You need to find out, is the advertised price really the advertised price? Or is it a cash price? Or is that a down payment price? Is that a finance price? Like, call before you go in to find out what this price actually is. This segment isn't as prominent for used car dealers or pre-owned cars. It's more new car dealers, which Like, used car dealers get that shady name, right? New car dealers? God, there are so many ways to cheat the consumer. It blows my mind on new cars. Let's say you're going to look at a 2023 Ford F-150. I'm not blaming Ford. I'm not saying this is just Ford. It's a lot of dealers themselves, dealerships themselves, not the make. Let's say you're going to look up Ford F-150s. You want a brand new Ford F-150. And you see the advertised price on a new Lightning, which is what I wanted. I wanted a Ford Lightning, is $54,995. So I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to call on it. I want a Ford Lightning. I look for the best price. They're all brand new. They all have the same options. That's the one I want to go look at. Well, what they don't tell you is the fees added on. Like, oh, we added a wheel and tire package. That's $15.95. We added the all-season floor mats. That's $6.99. We have a dealer processing fee of $8.99. These things that nickel and dime you are how they make their profits, and it's solely what it is. It is just pure profit added to the price to help them get that lowest advertised price. Right? So if they're listing something as the lowest advertised price, but then you show up and they have $3,000 in added fees, they just made $3,000 and got you in the door because you thought you were buying something at the lowest advertised price, right? That's really what you need to look out for. And you can ask these questions on the phone. What are the extras? That's it. Not what are your dealer fees, okay? Don't ask what your dealer fees are. Just 100 other fees you need to worry about. What are all of your fees? Is this the price, or is there anything additional that I should have to think about? Now, when negotiating a car price, ask what the price of the vehicle is, not what the finance price is, not what your payments are. Ask what the price is, the bottom dollar at the bottom of the invoice, not what is your listed suggested price plus like before fees. I want to know, what is my price out the door? All right, what are the additional fees? They give you a wheel and tire package. I don't want that. All right, they give you an extended warranty. My car comes with a warranty. What is the price of the truck? That's what I want to know. Then you can pick and choose a la carte what you want. Do I want a wheel and tire package? That's your preference. That's not the dealer's preference to add it on and then sell it to you. You buy that after the fact if you want it. And that's where they get you. You really need to worry about your bottom line. What is the price of the vehicle? Don't worry about your payments. Don't worry about what you can afford monthly. Figure out what that bottom price is out the door, then work on your financing. Then work on your ancillary products, those extras that you don't need that they want to sell you, that they make the most profit on. That's what you have to think about. Now, every dealership calls it something else. So you can't say, what's your dealer fee? What's your prep fee? What's your whatever? It's all called something. And they can range from $499 to $2,999 and on. So you really need to be aware of what you're getting in packages, and your out the door price, your bottom line price on the vehicle is what you should be considering. Now there is one more, and this is the biggest, and I saved the biggest one for last. This is how dealers are lying to you. And I had mentioned this happened to me before I owned a car dealership. Long ago, I was interested in a Chevy Avalanche, and this scam is still happening. So I call it a scam, but it's legal. Long ago, I was interested in purchasing a Chevy Avalanche, an advertised price of $17,995. So I go, oh my God, that's a great price. I want this. I can use it for work. I need a truck. I want this. It was an hour and a half away. I called, hey, $17,995? Yeah, I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna go look at it. I'm really interested. Oh, come on down, no problem. We'll see you in an hour and a half. I drive all the way down there. They take in my trade, they pick it apart. They give me like this ridiculously low trade-in figure, and I drive the Avalanche and we talk about everything. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, so how negotiable is the price? They're like, oh no, this is the price. I'm like, okay. That $17,995 was financed plus $3,000 down. So it was $21,995 minus $3,000 down gives you that $17,995, which is the financed price. That is like the oldest trick in the book to get you in the door. Now, if you scroll all the way to the very, very bottom of the page, this was in one of those flip-through magazines that I got at a pizza place, which is on Car Gurus now. I mean, it's on everything, and they have to tell you. I just didn't read the fine print because I saw the price, I got excited, and I went. So there's a lot of little tricks that you gotta look out for. I mean, it's in everything. I feel like I'm looking for solar right now, and they ask me what my monthly bill is, and I'm pretty sure they just do that so they can tell me, oh yeah, I can save you $25 whether my bill is $500 or $400. selling me like a freaking car dealer would to reduce my price and give me free panels. I think it's everywhere. I mean, go to the doctor, they're crooks. Go to the hospital, they're crooks. I mean, everything. Everyone's out to take advantage of you, and knowing the little intricacies, the secrets of the business should help you. And that's why I make these videos, because I hated buying cars. I hated going to used car dealerships and just getting the runaround. I hate negotiating. Even today, I hate negotiating. And I make these videos to hopefully help you. I don't run my business that way at all. If you want a car, you want the car. You don't want the car, you don't want the car. I tell you what the price is. I read you the terms. I don't want to be tricking anybody. People are going to find out eventually, and it's going to come back to bite you in the butt. And so if you're car dealers, dude, girls, guys, just be transparent with people. Tell them up front what they're getting into, what they're up for, like what they qualify for, and what's going on. That way they just like you, and you get repeat business instead of just a one-time sale. And remember, everybody loves to have a guy, right? Oh, I got a guy. Like, oh, I'm looking for cars. Hey, I got a guy, great guy. He gave me a great price on a car. They recommend you. They come back for more cars. Like, you treat people well, they'll come back and they'll give your name out to other people. I have a friend, he's like my best customer. I don't know that he's even bought a car from me, but he's recommended me to at least 20 people, which is great. I got a guy. Everybody loves to have a person, a go-to person in any industry. Be that person. So to the car sellers out there, be the person that people love to have. And to the buyers out there, I hope this was informative. I hope it was educational. I make these to help educate you all on how the automotive industry works. There's a lot of little trickery things out there, and the better educated you are, the better deal you're gonna get on your next car. So if this was helpful, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below to just show your appreciation. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, if I missed something, put in the comments, because I love reading them. And then subscribe so you get more notifications every time I make new videos. I make car content all the time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Adios.